afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of the Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to the exciting 1 versus 1 on Simaska here between the north, Donniechan fighting for the Soviet Union for the glory of Comrade Stalin, and the 7th Rifle Corps versus Sturmtiger Cobra fighting here for Deutschland, for the Reich, for the Kampfgruppe Schulz. And we've got elite troops, close air support mechanism assault here with some machine gun and Tiger Ace bulletins there versus Donniechan. We've got motor, shock rifle and shock motor, and a load of SU-76 bulletins actually. Perhaps someone is preparing in advance there for the patch coming up here on Tuesday. That is, well, today, though of course I won't be getting any sort of episodes up on that until Thursday, because while the patch is out Tuesday, by the time it does really happen, it's sort of released in Denmark, it is Wednesday. So sort of have to get it out then, sort of prepared. So it'll be first Thursday. I can actually sort of, you know, show off, essentially. So my apologies of course, but I will make sure to get something up first and hopefully something interesting and good. But anyways, yeah, just seeing some players sort of already preparing, I think, a bit in advance here for the patch. Turning out some new strategies, a bit risky, but still sort of giving them up for something else. We've got double grenadiers here versus the triple contracts there from Donniechan heading out the west. Interesting enough, Cobra is not making any sort of move here towards the fuel point. Instead, he's sort of focusing heavily on the west here so far, advancing up there, not making any sort of serious progress. We got an MG42 there arriving next, which if you consider sort of his previous strategies would then likely involve troop training on the MG42, making something out of that. Grenadiers moving up here for the point there. Looks like he's finally moving towards his fuel point. That's really going to hurt sort of him in longer term order here with no sort of initial fuel point here to sort of provide him with plenty of fuel. And there we go, we got troop training up, we got the MG42 moving in there. He soon got the resources there for a bit of troop training. So we'll of course have to see how that actually works out with the MG40 to receive it. Also, of course, it's actually spread out rather thinly. I mean, if we were to get sort of any sort of solid attack in there from Donniechan, he could easily be pushed back. But there we go, veteran defeat there already on the MG42. Able to do a lot of damage there under optimal conditions. First brigade, you know, we got conscripts coming out of fight. But there's already Yuri falls in the middle of the bloody street. Molotovs are already up here for Donniechan and quickly throwing in there against the grenadiers forcing out of the building. On a map, of course, like Simaska, Molotovs are quite good. There's a lot of cover, there's a lot of building. That way you can deny a lot of cover and a lot of buildings to the enemy. So hardly a surprise here that Donniechan has opted for a Molotov cocktail, a fungible of fiery doom. There you go, shootout continues. MG42 moves up here, much trying to deal with the engineers there. They need someone to sort of spot for it properly. Grenadiers there, Grenadiers moving to the north. We've got a third Grenadier spot on the way, and there we go, engineers will keep retreating from the MG42. Bit of damage there done. Grenadiers continue to fight here. He's got more country moving in. That's going to force them out. Roof shatters rather violently, exposing Heinz, and there we go. Bursts into flames. Alongside Fritz. MG42 moves ahead. He needs to be careful on its own. You can't really hold back the Russians for that effectively, particularly not when they got Molotovs. I mean, he's going to do that. He at least needs some barbed wire up to make it harder for the Russians to make a sort of a beeline for it. But at the moment, I mean, he's just rushing ahead. There was nothing to screen it, nothing to sort of cover up any approaches. And in that regard, it is a bit overly risky here what Cobra's playing at. A bit of damage there. And we're going to send around to us. Could you wipe? No, Yuri makes it out of there. Yuri makes it out of there. There you go, losses on Flex. That's the MG40 actually switching around there to sort of deal with it, and thus the correct positions of more in the line of fire of the Molotov. Previously, they were sort of more dealing with that in that case. Most of the unit was actually over here in the main building instead of here in the front of it, but that of course changed. And also, all of a sudden, the damage was sort of heavily more shifted against the MG42. Little thing there to keep in mind when it comes to the buildings and spaces, again, you know, how the units are positioned sort of really determines how much of damage a Molotov or a grenade can do on them, in which case a Molotov is sort of can be actually less effective against a unit inside a larger building, though of course it is still a bit risky for units remaining there, but again, depending on the size of the building, it can sort of work out. You got S-bombs going down here, that certainly will help in future battles to sort of prevent them sort of being rushed directly head on. Beyond that, there's not much else to comment on. Conscious there, reinforced, ready to move again despite the heavy casualty, the mauling they suffered at the MG42's hands. Second MG42 in the wait for Cobra. He's finally got the fuel point there. He could also try and rush up with the fuel point there. Ignore the point there for a bit, just leave it neutral and make here. Though we do see it nicely, though, Donniechan has wide off, going to make it a bit more difficult for him to take a detour. And we already there got a counter-attack from Donniechan. Support him company up. He's not got a lot of infantry out in the field. He's actually flowing a bit of manpower there. We do see shock rifle here in response to the elite troops.
Fire incoming!
Second infantry coming up there. Medic bunker done. Bit of shooting there. Got another Molotov there versus the Grenadiers there.
Shock troops can now be used to crush the enemy.
More well, first shock was caught there rank for Donniechan. Nothing happening here with the MG42.
Infantry shooting at us!
Nothing at all.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
And MG42 setting up around. He needs to be careful. He needs to be careful. Cobra is playing a bit there away extended the field. There you go, killed. He set up negative cover rather than making an easy target there. Are the MG42 trained up, ready to run out as well. MG42 taking some losses. Point here secured by the Russians. We've got sandbags there prepared as well. Good, good. So he's sort of digging in here, preparing to hold the fuel point nice way. Thusly, trying to make it harder there for Storm to Cobra in general, sort of get his fuel back, overall ensuring an even stronger fuel advantage there to Donniechan than what he already sort of a bit had. A fourth Grenadier squad there for Cobra, not taking up. So going for 4 Grenadiers and 2 MG42s with veterancy training there on both of the MG42s. That's a rather heavy tier 1, a rather expensive tier 1 right there for Cobra, which at least in my opinion wouldn't necessitate then he skips tier 2, sort of rushes for tier 3, or at least attempts to. I mean, he of course might be hit by a sort of armor rush there from Donniechan, of course, because the indicator might be he's aiming for 6, in which case he cancels trying to aim for tier 3 safely-ish. There you go, lots of Molotovs again. I mean, there's not sort of really properly screen the MD42s. There's a bit of a risky move. They're going to support the trouble there from the shock troops advancing here through the village streets, sweeping them with their submachine guns, pushing out all the Fritzes. Fuel point there secured. MD42 moving up here, trying to deal with it. Not really a good setup though. Mostly here, the arc of fire is actually taken up by sort of world things he can't really shoot through. That's a bit wasted there by Cobra, and needs to get tough flank here, forcing him to retreat. So overall, he's been pushed out here successfully of the village by Donniechan. While they got minesweepers up here to deal with some of the mines there. Good, good. Pioneers pushed away there by conscripts. Grenadiers doing what they can there versus the shock troops. We've got a quick smoke grenade there to sort of allow them to control the point safely without intervention there from the Germans. Still no take up there from Cobra. Moving out again. He could try with the stun grenade here, but looks like he is not doing that. No stun grenades there, no concussive grenades from Cobra's forces. Going to bring up their forces with the conscripts.
We are losing territory.
Shooting here. Field gun on the way. And sort of a fun fact here, I mean, troop training does reflect something that actually happened within the Wehrmacht. Generally, the Wehrmacht, most of its division, in particular the elite ones, had something known as a training and replacement battalion, which was basically sort of a small battalion most raw recruits would go through before actually arriving to the division itself. Good grenade there against the platoon, send rounds up, quickly forcing it back there. Basically, then what happened in these training and replacement battalions is basically the recruits there would then sort of begin further training and sort of a bit more acclimatization by veterans of the unit, sort of ensuring that they were generally a bit more up to snuff and scratch before they were actively sort of being sent forward to the front line. Of course, it can always go like that, and sometimes, of course, they'd just be rushed forward, suffering horribly. But normally, though, under optimal conditions, actually meant, though, that generally German recruits had a bit of a better chance in some senses. And again, they weren't just sort of thrown straight into the meat grind, they were generally sort of given a bit of extra experience. That was generally also sort of one of the more unique aspects of the Wehrmacht, because that's not really something I think the other armies really practiced. So a little fun fact there, a bit of harassment here on the sides. Perhaps trying to tie Donniechan away from him. There we go, MG42 opening up, probably. There we go, another smoke grenade to cover the cut-off. Got another force heading southwards. Might as well try and strike out here both points there. That is good. That is good. Try to extend, of course, with 2 veterans for the MG42s can sort of support both. Pioneers to the Flammenwerfers moving ahead as well. And there goes shock troopers rushed off the field there, taking some minor losses to the MG42 and the Pioneers Flammenwerfers. Building up there, we got a building up here, we got a mechanised armour company here, and I don't even think yes. Oh, he has taken up, but he's not really doing anything with it. Again, he's not building or he's not taking up further. Part of me again will say take up further, try to aim for some medium armor if possible. I mean, of course, from our perspective, we can know he could safely go for that since it's a mechanized armor company and there's no fear of a T-70, for example, soaring through half of his forces. Or an AA half-tech, for example, doing the same. MD-42 sending up in the small building, Conch getting out and retreating. Down south, Conch a bit from there, go forced away. Getting cut down there, and we got another shock troop squad here running for Donniechan. And again, more heavily armoured and armed Russian infantrymen to deal with the fascists. MD-42 could send to advance a bit further. I mean, he's going to try and hold the village here with MD-42. He's actually better off not the church here, but this building. And instead of being up to barbed wire here and here, sort of make it harder for the opponents to rush forward towards it, because that way you sort of take more advantage of the natural terrain of the village, rather than here where there's a lot more obstacles, so just run around it, compared to again if you wire off here and here, then pretty much just leave sort of this area, or this, and that also gives you more time to react and such, so little fun fact. Because you wipe there, because you wipe against Donnie. And can bullets make it? Bloody hell he does. Bloody hell he does. Engineers field gun moving up. Mechanized armor company ready. Take up, man, take up. Try and get some armor there, Cobra. Taking out infantry here, that's going to help hold this area a bit. Of course, a bit of barbed wire, sort of to make it a bit more, again, a direct rush straight at the MD-42. Harder would be a good move, but now we've sort of seen Cobra here finally pushing back against Donnie.
You need something built?
Engineers, shock troopers, field gun there hanging about. Of course, he's worried about enemy vehicles and armor, and we in fact see here I like to make a nice company. I do feel that it's a bit of a poor choice again. I mean, for that heavier tier 1, I mean, we're getting full grenadiers, 2 MD-42s again. He spent so much resources on those 2 MD-42s. He really should not be trying to hang around with the tier 2. You should rather try and aim there for tier 3, and he even gets scout cars here. I mean, overall, considering the current situation, electric scout cars will do him a lot of good. He needs something with a bit more firepower, not so much about mobility here. So, I don't really feel that is the most optimal choice there for Cobra. He's rather, basically allowing Donniechan here to dictate the pace rather than trying to break it up by getting some armor out there before perhaps Donnie's expecting it. Which of course allowing Donnie to take more of a cautious and more measured approach in terms of pacing as well. And there go 2 to 1 arriving. That's with the shock troops, they don't have to wear much. So also the field gun up, he's got probably some anti-tank marks as well. There's a lot they can be. Oh no, that actually. And incendiary rounds here though. But he's going to take it out of there, I think. What's going to happen here? Seems to have bugged up. Or is it just taking ages to crew it up? Nope, getting up there. Sadly, where's the munitions on the M42? Other M42 there, firing up, opening up shock troopers and conscripts. Smoke grenades being laid down just to cover up there. Good, good. Point there being secured, but the village is pretty much getting rushed over here by a Russian infantry gun is going to fall back. 2 to 1 so far, not moving up. We got a fuel cache here though, that's nice from Cobra. Nice job then, using a bit of a chop there as the 2 to 1 moves up. And is annihilated. Bit of a loss there for Deutschland and the Kampfgruppe Schultz. Russian infantry moving ahead. We got some engineers there about to get cut down. If we're not careful. 2 to 1 more right now. That is a bit rare, but even then, considering what he's facing, it strikes me as a bit peculiar choice there from Cobra to aim for double 2 to 1s. Then he's about to lose that one as pop smoke. Ooh, he got lucky there. Then he's moving up the singers versus the 2 shots, doing the best to knock out the fuel cast again. Smoke grenades here. Once more negating the arc of fire there of Cobra's grenadiers and all such. Good job there, good job there. 76 on the way there. The SU-76M more specifically. The M standing for modernized in a sense, just basically meant it had some upgrades.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Pioneers need to get away, there's too many shock troopers there. Then again, the retreat is going to be rather perilous.
SU-7, we have an isolated sector.
2 to 1 they're running back. And there we go, SU-76 moving up there, assault gun. Generally the primary infantry support vehicle from the Soviets, with its ability to bombard and shoot up tanks somewhat well. Getting murdered. Whoa! Field gun there shooting at the fuel cache, it seems. She'll wipe them maybe against the conscripts. They need to get behind the rear door instead of waiting at the front. And there you go, actually he is there. And there we go, finally wipe there against Donnie. S-16 bombarding grenadiers are forced on the way. There goes shots pushed back here. Lots of machine gun fire here. Lots of grenadiers. We got the MD-42 there with 14 kills, by the way. Nicely done there. The other one, there's only got 2 kills. Not quite as impressive. Not quite nearly as impressive. And he's not taking up. He's just getting more pioneers there. Anyway, it's time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is Cobra sort of been on the back foot. I rather feel like it's been a poor transitioning here. I mean, he's basically just sort of, you know, going for tier 1, tier 2, but after too heavy tier 1. I mean, if you're going tier 1, tier 2, you need to keep your tier 1 reasonably light. Instead, what Cobra did was pretty much the opposite, which is go for a very heavy tier 1 again. 4 grenadiers, 2 MD-42s, troop training on both of them. I mean, that is almost as heavy as it gets. And then sort of transitioning into tier 2, I mean, it's basically sort of handing over all initiative in that sense to Donniechan. He's really taking advantage of it with an S-16, of course. But basically the ability to sort of easily counter the scout cars, can also bombard and clear out any sort of positions, any sort of infantry concentrations can also be threatened here by the SU-76. He suffered some infantry losses, but still he's got shock troopers and a field gun. He's being a bit pushed back here, but again, I can't help but feel this is a bit of an unfortunate decision there by Cobra. He needs to take up, he needs to get out some armor, he needs to try and push things against Donniechan while he still can. Otherwise, he very much sort of risks, you know, getting himself into further trouble. Of course, with the S-16 out, he knows, of course, a Pack 40 is perhaps not quite necessary right away, so again, that would allow him a bit of time to take up. And he's got the resources for it, so there's not really much of an argument there. He's got plenty of fuel, so he could easily stand up there, so take up, maybe rush out some armor, perhaps some Stugs or Austrians or some Panzer IVs there, rather than going for 2-2-1s, which again, you know, is something you should have gone for early in the game, not here after, you know, 10 minutes. Again, that rather feels not like perhaps the choice I would prefer, or I would describe as the wisest. He's got a fuel cache, so I mean that does help, but he needs to get it quickly repaired, otherwise that's not going to last much longer before someone sneezes at it and it blows up. Otherwise, a bit of troop training perhaps on the scout cars or something else could maybe alleviate things, but otherwise get out some armor and actually use troop training on that, try and get it up as much as quickly as possible there to sort of offset things. Perhaps also use some stun grenades. I mean, he's gone for elite troops, but he's not really making much use of the doctrine, and particularly the stun grenades can be helpful here and there. For Donniechan, a few fuel caches for him would be good, you know, give him further fuel. Another S-16 could be an idea there, would certainly add him with a bit more anti-tank, but also a bit more artillery, allowing him to lay down some slightly heavier barrages there versus Cobra. Otherwise, I suppose he could try and play for a KV-8, though we see those so very rarely. I suppose in the end he could try and out IS-2, but again, you know, in that case, a few fuel caches would be a good idea. Mines here and there would also be a good way to sort of slow down any approach there from Cobra. Demo charges, and as always could also be in the others, you know, trying to harass the fuel point, sort of try and draw away Cobra again here from here, instead sort of try to force him over here again, keep him running for territory that's essentially supposed to be his, ensuring he doesn't act advance into Donniechan's territory, ensuring that Donniechan overall has more territory. But let us return here to the fight and see what happens. Let us return.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory. Scout car waiting
New upgrades to the 221s. One note.
Pack is firing on us!
Bigger being pushed back there. Engineers conscripts following up there. SU-76 not doing much there so far. With a 76.2mm gun, pretty much the exact same by the way as the T-34-76. Little fun fact there. There you go, badass firing away there. Forcing the MD-42 to abandon ship, or in this case abandon house.
We have 300 points remaining.
Fuel cache could still do with some repairs, he's still not taking out. Bit where there on Cobra's behalf. 2-1 coming there, 2-1 coming there. He's going for Panzer Grenadiers now. Again, not really what I recommend. Not really what I recommend. I can't help but feel here that Cobra is sort of taking a bit of an odd decision path here.
We need to re-establish our supply lines.
And he's rather setting himself up for a nasty surprise here from Donniechan. He seems to be planning something. He's not going for Katyusha or another SU-6, even the SU-5 here. He's got resources for all of those things, so what is he planning here? Demo charge going up here by the building. Good job there. Panzer going to be arriving. He's getting back a lot of the map. Then we're also seeing the northern fuel point finally being secured by Cobra. So we met some progress there. So out in the open, taking heavy fire there for gunneries inside the buildings. No MG42s nearby to support. So cut down the Russian attackers. There we go. Constantly being torn apart by the incendiaries now. The MG42 shocks. Pioneers trying to deal with the shocks, but they're simply not enough. And they're going to get wiped out a grenade off against MG42. Almost wiping it. Comes to the tit, takes some nasty losses. Church collapse. Grenadiers inside it. Annihilated here by the SM6 there. Good job there for Mikhail. Another field gun there on the way for Donniechan. Could he be playing for a KV-8? Or is he just saving up for the IS-2? Still, with a lot of fuel going to Cobra, he really needs to take up. He hasn't. Oh, he's finally taking up. Almost 20 minutes into the game, he's finally taking up when he probably could have done it almost 10 minutes ago, actually. Punch was there with the scout car being hit here. Shots was being shredded. He actually does go for a KV-8. There has been some time since I've seen a KV-8, to be honest. There once was a time when they roamed the fields, burning everything in sight. But after the nerf, they've sort of been put less in use. But now we do see Donniechan here utilising one there, flamethrower ready to scorch some fascisti. And there we go. It's Panzer strikes their flank. Most CF6. That's only one way of dealing with it. But again, Panzer could also be in one way, and then Panzer could be an extra to deal with the infantry. Pioneers on the run from the KV-8.
Supply sector under attack.
Going up here. Needs to be careful, of course, with the KV-8. Can't really use Panzer to deal with it. He's getting into the building. Oh no, he doesn't know about the demo job. But even then, versus a KV-8. With that on the field, I would not stuff my Panzer grenadiers with Panzer inside of buildings. That's only going to make it easier to deal with. But oh dear. Oh, Cobra, that's a bad decision. He had finally built the supply core though. There you go, rockets flying, and there you go, Panzer grenadiers annihilated. And just sort of to rub salt into the wounds, add insult to injury. Both Panzerschrecks were flying out of the building. Right for being picked up there by the Russians. Grenadiers can maybe manage to pick up one, but not quite both there. And there you go, Grenadiers almost getting annihilated there by the KV-8 in the process. This is not good here for Cobra, not good. Support core finally going up. And again, almost 20 minutes. You could certainly have that one up notably early, I think.
Engineers ready for assignment.
2-1 send a patrol north to maybe deal with some Russians. They're trying to cover that fuel at the same time that he's losing the other fuel point as well. We got a second fuel cache up here though from Cobra. He's still not repaired the first one though, but still lots of fuel points, lots of fuel cache, and he spilled up so much fuel, but he's not really utilised it. Two scout cars dealing with the conscripts, sending them quickly running there. He's probably going to aim for a Panzer IV here, so not a bad choice there. Panzerkampf being mobilized for the Kampfgruppe. MG4 coming on its own. Oh dear. Center here nicely fortified by the Russians. Help there. The Guard SM6 and a field gun rushing northwards. MG4 coming up as well here. Comes there getting slowly shot to bits.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
There we go. 2-1 taking a hit there. And knocked out in seconds flat. MG4 trying to deal with the field gun crew, not quite working there. Almost again getting some kills there. Had he had incendiaries, he probably could have finished it off. At the same time, we got the KV-8 pushing up there. Pack 40 radio. We also got a telemine there, though I think the telemine further into the village when you actually had that. It worked better. And there you go, trying to the flank out here. Much more extended route here. Though we got shocks here with the Panzerschreck ready. Trying to push them around. They need to pop smoke. Pop smoke. Didn't, and that was the other 2-1 here. MG42 cleared out here by the field. In fact, he's lost both MG42s here. Good lord, that is terrible. I mean, clearly Cobra here is a bit rattled by Donniechan's plays. I mean, KV-8 is I mean, he's clearly dealing with a madman. Twirling his mustache while sitting down copious amounts of vodka. Something like that anyways. Panzer IV pulling back here.
We have secured the area. Panzer IV standing by.
Point there secured. Public smoke there, there's just one problem. One good attack round there, and that sends the Panzer IV out of control and knocked out. So the Panzer IV essentially didn't match much. He's barely got any forces left now. Donniechan has got plenty of infantry, including shock troopers with Panzer. He's got the KV8, he's got SS-76s, conscripts, engineers, MG-42s, and a field gun. He's at least managed to recruit his MG-42, that's something.
The territory is out of contact.
Comes there getting shot to bits. And he's getting a flak panzer. He's getting a flak panzer now. Not sure how I feel about that. I mean, there's still the SS-6, the field guns and likewise out there, so I think another Panzer IV, some Stugs, would actually be a better choice than a flak panzer right now. Almost ready to on the SS-76, by the way, could barrage a bit more. In the meanwhile, trying to hunt down some fascist targets, and there you go. Flak panzer here mobilised by Cobra. Flak panzer mobilised. And where's he going to strike with it? Where's he going to strike? SS-6 here patiently waiting for a target to advance down the main road before it murders it, or at least attempts to murder it. So Yuri, see anything exciting? No, just brown and houses. It's not very exciting.
Squad replenished. What is it? Ready for orders.
Flak panzer move there, murderous intent in his heart. Shocked was there waiting with a Panzerschreck. Flak panzer advances on the horizon. There you go, comes under fire. Already the shock troop has done more damage to the Austrian. There you go, getting up close there, shattering the cover, seeing the shock troop was running there. Trying to get them there. There might be a small chance of actually wiping that, and then retreating can sort of do it properly. But there you go, we got a field gun opening up there, basically stuck. That's the SS-6, SS-76. And he's doing plenty of damage as the shock troops. It's going to not be enough here. It's not fast enough due to the SS-6. They're gaining virtually 2 now, actually, as well. Small victory there for the assault gun.
Our enemy has only 200 points.
And it's being pushed back. Field gun hiding up there.
Well done, comrades.
Oh dear, he could hunt it down there. He could hunt it down. He's on the hunt. He smelled blood. There we go, almost got the flak panzer. We got smoke there, ensuring that the SS-6 can't easily hunt it down, but he's continuing though. We got a Pack 40 up there to try and cut off. Can he do it? Can he do it? Pack 40 getting ready, and there we go, shoots. Grenadiers moving up, they got a Panzerschreck as well. Shoot, Heinz! And he misses! Good lord, Heinz. There you go, Panzerfaust saves there at the same time, intending straight on the Pack 40, and there you go. SS-6 knocked out. Had there been some luck there for Cobra, it would only have been abandoned, but instead it's blown up. A smouldering wreck. While Donniechan secures most of that, and then basically digs in and prepares for mining and whatnot. And he's getting a second flak panzer. I'm not entirely sure if Cobra's even trying in this moment. Of course, his best option otherwise is probably trying to wait there for the tire grade and hope that can turn things around there. The victory point wise, it is not looking too good for him. No mines there. Flak panzer being repaired. Grenadiers getting ready. Just wait a bit more, and of course, question is how will Donniechan react to that. Of course, he can easily get himself an IS-2 in a few moments, which will certainly hold it back nicely.
Field gun firing on us! Incendiary artillery barrage ready to fire!
Where shall his blow land? Especially strike.
Ostwind ready for deployment.
Second flak panzer here. 2 flak panzers from a Wehrmacht player. Feels a bit like guesswork here from Cobra. To be honest.
Grenadiers reporting.
Ostwind standing by.
Oh dear. Grenadiers annihilated there by mine. That was the Panzerschreck squad, I believe.
Panzer here.
This is getting worse and worse here for Cobra.
They're trying to hit us from the rear!
We are in a dangerous situation. 100 points remaining.
MG42 sitting around there. Less than 100 points left here. He's getting closer to the ace. He's getting closer to the ace. He just needs a bit more manpower. Chan there. He's actually got too much units on the field. He's got several field guns out on the field. He's got a KV-8, infantry, Panzerschrecks, and there you go. Black Panther getting near the KV-8. MG42's about to get cleared out. You got a field gun ready to cover. 75 points left. Bit further, he can get the ace. Just a bit further, but 69 points left, 66. Can he actually gain victory, even with an ace at this stage? Is it possible? And there we go. Ace available. He's not calling it in. And why was he flooding all that manpower? Another S6 on the way. Donniechan seems quite impressed by it.
We have taken the enemy down to 50 points. This territory is ours.
Quite impressed. Cobra seems to have given up though. Seemingly blaming on the demo charge. Don't think again the Panzerschrecks there would have helped much though against that KV-8. Quite the opposite. And there goes, finally called in the ace, but now he's definitely got no points left. Definitely got no points left.
The enemy is down to 25 points. Victory is in our grasp.
That's a bit of a worrying statement to make, actually. If he's relying on a build, I mean, you should rely on a strategy. A build is sort of just part of a strategy.
The enemy has 10 points remaining.
And overall, if your build or strategy can easily be disrupted by Molotovs, I'd say it was perhaps not the strongest one, which to begin with then. I mean, overall, you know, again, he probably could have pulled it off again. Had he used some bar wine again, he decided, you know, did he want that tier 2, in which case he should have not gone for that many Grenadiers, or he should have tried and play straight there for the tier 3. Problem was, he sort of went for the middle ground in that regard, went for heavy tier 1, went for tier 2, went for a lot of scout cars at the point where they really wouldn't be able to do much, on a map where they really can't do much, basically being a lot of narrow points. And then he went Panzer Grenadiers with Panzerschrecks and got them killed rather rapidly, and they would have died no matter what, even if there wasn't a demo chart, because again they were in a building versus a flamethrower tank. There weren't going to be any iron crosses for that one, mate. No matter how much you like them. And overall, that was just basically what seemed to be the problem here for Cobra. There was a certain strategic disassociation with what was actually happening on the battlefield at a certain point. Again, he just went for heavy tier 1, then tier 2, went for some units that really didn't work with the map, and then he finally went for tier 3, and by that point it was already more or less wasted. No sort of initial momentum sort of gain there. His opponent already prepared. His Panzer was knocked out, then he went for double flak Panzers. You know, it overall very quickly turned into a mess after that point. I mean, again, you know, keep in mind your strategy, and sort of keep in mind what you want to achieve with them. Definitely doesn't seem to be what Cobra had in mind. He just sort of, you know, I'll just go for this, this, and this, and there'll be victory. But there wasn't really something to achieve, you know, what to do with it. I mean, had he had that, he'd probably have done better. And again, you know, if you're going to rely on decent buildings, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it requires further work than just stuffing it in there. It requires barbed wire in particular versus Russians, barbed wire against to ensure your opponent can't make a straight beeline for the building with the MG42, ensuring he has to sort of keep himself out in the open as long as possible, make himself an easier target. That's the important thing there. Barbed wire is quite important for an MG42 in a building, in particular versus Russians with Molotovs. I mean, there were some things that he can improve there for Cobra. I mean, the catches were nice, but he also made some good things in there, but overall, I rather felt like there were a lot of things he could have done better. He could also use concussive grenades to slow down some of the assaults there, but there you go. For Donniechan, you know, I mean, it was definitely interesting. We saw some S6s, we even saw KV-8. That's definitely rare. He didn't just rely on the IS-2 like so many other players do. We got a mix of weaponry, good flanks, good attacks, took advantage of his opponent's mistakes and so on. He kept up the tempo. He tried to take up fast, make good use of it. Overall, sort of kept the pressure against his opponent quite nicely, make good use of mines and demo charges as well. So, there you go. Perhaps a slight indicator of perhaps some of what has come to come here in the next patch, which of course is out This day, but of course will probably be playable for most of us in Europe here the day after. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gave some ideas for matches. If it did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. This is Imperial Dane, cheers, and thank you all for watching. Bye.